on the internet. Yay!
Hi, everybody. Welcome
Yay, internet.
night with Louise and Jocelyn. It's Thursday night, and I know some people, this is mid-month motivation.
It is, yeah.
And I know a couple of people were last week, they're like, hey, aren't you guys live tonight? But there was an extra week. And
Every once in a while.
yeah, the end of the month ends on a Thursday, right? So we've had that one extra day, gave us an extra week. So we are live tonight. So we are going to chit chat for typically we chat for about an hour and a half. Tonight there's no real talk about goal knitting because that's in 2 weeks.
Y'all,
So we could say though that our goal knitting is our sweaters for
we
this
could
month.
absolutely do a recap on what it is that we're working on.
That's right. So back
Air quotes, people, I watch her Monday Night Lives.
I am working on my sweater and I'm not super panicky about like I actually this morning I got up first thing this morning. I started knitting on my sweater and I'm like, I'm not even worried about this because there is still 2 full weeks until our goal check-in, which is what is that, December 5th or something?
7?
I don't know. So whatever that first Thursday, let me look. Let me look. November, December. It's the 7th. Two
I got the
weeks
dates right.
tonight.
2 weeks from tonight.
2 weeks from tonight, we are going to show the progress on our November sweaters. So, as you guys all mostly know, I got a little bit of a slow start out of the gate on my November sweater.
Okay.
And, but I'm still hopeful because there's still 2 full weeks. And we do a 2 week sweater challenge in February.
We
We
do.
have done a 2 week sweater. Now, I have never done one in as fine a weight as I'm knitting with now,
I was
but
like, this is like the dry run for February, right?
exactly,
Okay, okay, just checking.
exactly. So we've got some people who were joining us. Some people, I don't know, was anybody else actually casting on a sweater? No, Cheryl cast on a sweater.
Hey,
I think Nikki was finishing a sweater. I think Marg, she's doing a ranunculus. So I'm not sure if she might have cast it on and she's getting close to being finished. I saw it last night. So, and who else? Was there a couple of other people knitting along with us? Were you starting or finishing?
I started.
Yeah, that's what I thought. You cast on.
Yeah.
So
Well, I want to see, or I want to, in my brain, actually work out how long it takes to do a DK weight sweater. Because, like, now that I know a worsted sweater is 2 weeks, like, I can do it. Now I'm like,
oh
okay, what's the next weight down?
oh that's okay.
Well, because it's I approach these challenges as like ways to challenge myself to improve or get
Sure.
speedier or try something different. Because
Yep.
that's where I have fun with it, right? Like that's my happy crazy place is the stretch goal, as it
Sure.
were. And I mean, technically, the pattern I chose is Tar by Melanie Berg. It's
Yes,
a worsted weight pattern. It's just I'm doing it to gauge on a DK weight yarn.
that's right. That's right.
So I'm sort of prepping because I'd like to sometime the next year or two with the February 2 week sweater challenges be working on actual DK weight sweaters for 2 weeks because I can do a worsted weight sweater in 2 weeks and still make content for the podcast. So like we're not at maximum. This is all I can do knitting. We're
Yeah.
pretty darn close. We're pretty close. It's really hard. But I could honestly just not actually work on other things.
Yeah. There's
I,
the
I have I have the option to not stress myself out that way.
flag.
I never choose to take it, but I do have the option.
All right. Well, I know it's fun to see.
It
I actually did all my math this morning. So you know how I always do better when I have like concrete numbers
numbers.
and ideas.
Yeah.
So I did the whole thing. because I'm don't have a pattern for this. So I just kind of figured out my numbers of how long I want the body, how long I want the sleeves, and then my row gauge and how many rows per hour that I can do versus the number of inches that I need to do gives me how many hours of knitting I have to do. and and then dividing that all out by 14 days. Um
There's something satisfying about doing the math. I'm sorry, guys. I know the math. I said that. I said the M word.
I know, and I am not a math person, like school math. I can't wrap my head around most of it, but doing this simple math and just dividing out, figuring out how many rows a day I need to do, how many hours I need to do a day, it gives me something like I can check off on a checklist and be like, yes, I know I have to knit this many rows today, and then I can be on track. If I just know I have to do all of this and kind of roughly say, oh, I'll be at the body by here or this by that. I don't know. It does it, then I never get anything done. I just always seem to be in limbo. But now that I have a really detailed kind of plan, now I know and I can work it out and say, and then I can break it down a little farther and be like, okay, well, if I have to knit 3 hours a day, I can do an hour in the morning, when I'm off on weekends, hour in the morning, an hour after noon, an hour in the evening, or I don't know. It just makes so much more sense in my brain. And I feel like I can get so much more knitting done when I have a plan.
It's almost like all of those things where all of those self-help books are like, hey, if you just stuck to a manageable schedule, stuff would work for you.
Yeah, amazing. Go figure.
Who knew?
So I got my schedule. Yes. So now if I had done this 2 or 3 weeks ago,
You would have had more time.
oh my gosh, I could have did 2 sweaters. But no, now I'm down to the crunch where I have to knit kind of like every available minute. I need to knit a row. It takes me 5 minutes to knit a row. So every time I have 5 spare minutes, I need to be knitting a row.
I know. Yeah.
So,
Well,
anyways.
I mean, and sometimes you and I get distracted. I've been resisting the urge to cast on a pair of worsted weight socks all week because I saw on Monday, like, or worsted weight socks, and my brain went, house socks. And it hasn't gotten off this idea all week. But I don't necessarily need to have socks on the needles right now. I would prefer to get some stuff done because I've got, oddly enough, there's this human. We both know this human. Her name is Asa. She says hi, by the way. We were chatting earlier today before she went to bed for the night. And Asa has this great plan. And this great plan is to keep me so busy that randomly casting on for fun is just not a thing in my brain anymore. I feel like to remind me of things that I really should be doing. Like I need the reminders. Like I swear I was like, please, for the love of the baby Jesus, keep me on track. I get so distracted. I require a reminder for some things in my life. Feeding myself is not a place where I need a reminder. I will remember to eat. It's not a problem. But I absolutely, hey Eric, require some assistance when it comes to things like remembering to update patterns. Like, say, that MCal wrap I released last year that I never did the final update for. Oopsies.
Asa is very good at keeping everybody on track.
Hey, guess what? I'm doing that update so everybody can have just one pattern to work from instead of nothing but clues.
Oh, good, good, good. So, hey, everybody. Okay, so let's do a rundown. We got people chit-chatting here in the chat. Nikki's here,
Beautiful.
Catherine, Cindy, Diane, Tracy, Paula, Nancy. Nikki says I could not get yarn to finish the one I was going to finish, so I have to be working on a few different things. Is that for your knit along, Nikki?
That's fair.
And Sherry said, good evening. I'm started a cardigan soon. Oh, she's starting. Okay, so Sherry, you're starting a cardigan this weekend. Are you still hoping you can get it done in 2 weeks? So by check-in night in 2 weeks, Thursday, you're going to be done?
There is a little long starting on the 1st of December.
What? Oh, yours? The Northern Knits one?
Yeah.
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 That's
That's a bookish librarian themed
that's
knit
right.
along.
That's right. Oh, what's this? Hi, Diane. Diane says, I did the sweater pattern I won for the dye challenge for the Fiber Friends. She said it's
Good.
DK weight.
Yeah.
It's the Witching Hour Swan Show that I converted into a sweater. Okay, so Diane,
Good.
how long did it take you then? Diane's not a very good one to ask though, because she's super fast. So
Diane, don't let her bully you that way. Just because she gets distracted doesn't mean you're a super insane speedy knitter.
she is though. She is though. She gets all this amazing stuff done. It's very inspirational. Oh, Sherry's asking Nikki for the reminder about the blanket cowl details. Yes, we should all need a
Yes.
reminder because yes. So let's do a quick little recap. So if you guys are all interested in knit along starting in January, Jocelyn is working on one that starts in January, right?
Yep, I'm doing them yield fun extra stuffs for
Okay.
the Choose Your Own Adventure MCAL. So the shawl's done. I just need to now fill in all the bonus stuff that
Ooh.
comes with the MCAL. So I am working on that because the info sheet goes up on the 1st of December and the MCAL itself starts on the 1st of January for the podcast anniversary this year.
Okay, that sounds super exciting. So Jocelyn Shaw, and then Nikki, is it okay, so Nikki's doing a blanket knit along.
He
Yes, we
is. I'm really excited for it.
I knew that was a blanket, and that's a whole year long. Like every month, there's something.
Yeah.
And what I remember from this is that you can also take your leftovers. So well, I shouldn't assume. I was gonna say I'm assuming it's a block, but maybe it's not a block. Maybe it's a strip that you
It's a
do.
mystery.
It's a mystery. We'll find out in January. But whatever I got the clue, like January's clue, you're gonna have yarn left over, and then that's the yarn that you can use to knit the mittens from the saltwater mittens book.
Oh, cute.
Hmm. So that is really, really exciting. So we'll see. I'll keep scrolling through the comments and we'll see if I recap that from what I knew. See if what else
I
Nikki said.
like that.
Oh,
That's just
I
adorable.
know, doesn't that sound fun? Sam says saying hi, Jocelyn.
Hi, Sam.
Oh, Tracy says craft math is totally a thing, and I use it as well. I know. I know. If they had maybe done that in high school math, like related it to something that I was going to use later on in life, I would have been so much happier with math. I don't know. I guess it's because I have a job that I don't need to worry about all that mathy stuff, right? It's not something that I've ever needed to use. So that's why I have this feeling that it was kind of a complete waste of time. But I know there's some people out there who actually do need to use it. So
I use math all the time.
yeah.
Yes, for all the parents out there, I apologized to my father for complaining about not needing math when I was in high school. In public, nonetheless.
Oh yeah.
We were prairie lily knitting, and I was doing math for a sweater to buy the right quantity of yarn for a sweater design. And I looked at Dad and I said, I was wrong. Like, as a teenager, you're wrong about a lot of things. You don't think so when you're a teenager, but you're wrong about a lot of things, right? And I'm like, I use math every day. And he just started laughing because he's a carpenter by trade, so who helped with math homework, right? Like both my mom and my dad helped with math homework because they both had jobs that involved math. So I was like, no, I use math every day. I use math to budget. I use math to design. I use math to get around because now I have to build a world in my head from sounds and distances and stuff. So I
Mm.
use math every day.
I know it's amazing the difference between teenage version of us and adult real life version of us. What how you view things differently, right?
Absolutely. I also completely did 5 stitches in the wrong color because I'm working on color work as we chat. So excuse me
Ooh,
while
that
I
could
fix
be
that.
dangerous. That could be dangerous. Oh, hey, Cindy is finishing a sweater right now. That's right, because Cindy, you were recuperating and you were crocheting for a bit, and then you got to go ahead to go back to knitting, didn't you?
Neat. Right.
So yeah. Oh, yes. And Paula said she is, yes, because the time difference for Paula, it's late for her. So she says, hi, everybody. She's listening while I hopefully fall asleep. Well, I
You
hope
know,
we can just lull you right to sleep, Paula.
I do it all the time to Diana while she's game Twitch
Oh
streaming.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because she'll start at like 9:30 my time, and my bedtime's like 10 p.m. most nights. So I kind of just fall asleep on her. So like I fall asleep listening to Diana a lot right now. Poor Diana.
Oh. Oh my goodness. All right, so let's see what else is in here.
Ha
Yeah,
ha ha.
everybody's chatting, saying hello to everybody. That's awesome. Nikki said, oh yes, for the oh, she can get the yarn for the cardigan. Oh, because you were going to finish the cardigan for the November challenge, but she said I could not get yarn for the cardigan I was going to finish, so I have to be doing work knitting stuff instead. Well,
Ooh.
yeah, that sounds, but I mean, really, but work knitting.
I
Like,
mean, it's good that you're doing your work knitting.
that
Also,
is good.
ooh.
Because I'm guessing work knitting is going to benefit the rest of us because I'm assuming your work knitting is designing, knitting samples, which we can all eventually knit. Oh, and I have to give a little shout out. Did you guys know that Nikki Knits started her own Facebook group for her pattern support?
Lovely.
Yes.
Ah, that's amazing.
I know. So you guys go to Facebook if you are on Facebook. I would assume, right, Nikki, people could just search Nikki Knits and ask to be a member if you're a knitter and if you are a fan of Nikki's patterns, because it sounds like she's going to have some really exciting stuff coming up. So that may be a good, fun place, another corner of the internet knitting world that we can hang out.
I mean, we all need more corners of the internet to hang out in, so I heavily
Do we
endorse.
know? I know, exactly, right? Exactly. Oh, okay. Ooh, okay. Now, okay.
Really should not be this hard to count to 4. Okay. Good, guys.
When you're talking, it makes it a lot harder. Okay, so now here's something for you to think about. Diane said her DK weight sweater took her 3 weeks.
It's not an unfeasible project. Because again,
So,
like I don't not knit. That's not good English. I don't stop knitting other things during the 2-week sweater challenge at that worsted weight. But I don't wear worsted weight. I don't wear bulky weights. I wear DK or lighter because I'm
yeah,
so flippin' warm. I have
yeah,
a couple of boxy stuff, and the few things that I have that are boxy, I enjoy cardigan wise because they make for great. Ooh, I gotta take the garbage on it goes out the door, or
yeah,
I'm going
just
from car to house, right?
yeah,
Like they're good toss on things. I'm not gonna stop making bulky cardigans, but everyday stuff, it's fingering weight, it's DK weight. That's what I
yeah,
wear. So like I think I can do a DK weight sweater in 2 weeks or be so close that I know that I can get to it. So like
yes,
maybe this year I just get the body done or a body and a sleeve. And I do the same thing I do when I moved down
yeah,
from bulky to worsted. I took 2 years at worsted and said, okay, let's get to the point where I know how much time I'm dedicating in a two
yeah,
week period to a project.
absolutely. Well, that's a good. So now you got a little bit of a time frame, and you can work
This
with that.
this has absolutely helped with that little bit of time frame, so I know what's going on.
Yes.
Rather than a vague, I understand it takes this many hours all told. Like, does it really take that many hours, or is that just how many hours I've inflated it to in my brain because it feels like it takes forever because I've picked it up and put it down so much?
Well, Well, I think that is giving you a good doable challenge.
I think so as well.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Nikki's got some info here. So, okay, yes. So she said, I won't give away all the details, obviously, because it is a mystery
Red
nonetheless,
cow. Yeah.
right? Yes, cute. But
Keep
with
some of the secret sauce.
Nikki, I bought, oh, I have one skein here. Well, you guys saw this. I bought some. I'll show you Monday night.
Briggs and Little.
I bought some Briggs and Little.
I love Briggs and Little.
I'll show you more this coming Monday night.
Okay.
What I bought. I mean, I didn't go crazy. Not like it's not super like not like 100 skeins or anything, but I'll show you what I bought. So Nikki says, yes. Okay, but with 2 skeins of Briggs and Little Heritage. Okay, that's probably the one that I did not buy.
It's Heritage is a worsted base.
Yeah. Did I got Regal and Tuffy, and I looked at Heritage. Is Heritage worsted or is it a chunky because I don't think I bought it.
No, Heritage isn't. They're chunky. Heritage is a worsted. Heritage and Royal are the worsteds, aren't they?
I don't know. Now I can't remember. Anyways, I was thinking, I don't know. I don't know. I can't remember. I was looking for like two different projects and now I can't remember which one is which. Anyways, let's see. Back to Nikki's comment. I hear the words Briggs and Little and I get distracted. Okay. But with two skeins of Briggs and Little Heritage, you can knit a worsted pair of saltwater mittens, average size, not the kids and not big men mittens. Okay. Interesting. See, doesn't that just sound so fun? Extra little
So it
bonus
would be
a pair of
it.
mitts.
Mm, how
Oh, gosh.
large of a men's mittens? Because if we're talking like a ladies medium, I'm gonna need extra yarn because I am not a ladies medium hand.
Well, just buy it. Just get extra yarn.
Yeah,
Then
I mean, really, I'll just buy extra yarn anyway.
just buy extra yarn. That's never a problem.
I would really rather not play yarn chicken.
I know that's never fun. Then you can
Yeah.
just make mitts to your heart's content afterwards. Okay, so Nikki also says, but you will be able to knit a clue and a pair of mitts every month with two skeins of yarn.
Beautiful.
So Nikki's talking Briggs and Little, but of course, if it's worsted weight,
Just watch your yardages if you're substituting.
yeah,
So
yeah,
you have a
you can.
similar if yardage.
Oh, there's another one here. It says plus 2 extra balls for the last clue of the blanket on December 2024.
I would imagine that's to, combine it.
Yeah, join it, put a border
Yeah.
on, maybe. Yeah. Okay.
All right, this round's easier, guys. I'm just working in one color.
Okay. Oh, I think Diane is commiserating here with you when you said you can't count to 4. She said, today I learned that I can't count while doing short rows. I either over or under count every freaking row.
Just just have those moments where you're like, some days I can conquer the world. Some days pants is a lot.
Exactly, right? Exactly.
Today is one of those pants is a lot.
Well, everybody. So I see Sam Sam left a comment here saying, yeah, Sam didn't come to knitting club today because she wasn't feeling well. And tis the season, right? There's all kinds of bugs going around, but man, there is just a lot of people sick right now.
Yes, the
So,
isolation of me has begun.
yeah,
I have to self-isolate pretty hard in the wintertime, so
yeah, so it began.
ever since the pandemic started, it's worked out great because now I can just join things digitally.
Yeah.
So it's been a heck of an improvement for me.
And you can stay home and knit.
Well, it means my friends can keep me safer. So
Yeah.
like
And still be
they've been around that, they have watched a cold last in my lungs for 6 or 8 months. So it's like they're all
yeah.
thankfully quite paranoid about making me ill because they know how bad it is for me. So it's not a thing I have to watch. But some of my friends still have small children, and it's hard. Little kids get sick. It's a thing they have to go through so they can build immunity. So it's finding that balance is intriguing. It's intriguing. We'll go with that.
Oh, so Nikki said, so she said the Facebook group is more for a community and finding my pattern releases, discount codes, etc. Okay, well, that still sounds, yes, if you're looking for updates, when patterns are going to be released and that's the place to look. That's the place to be.
I need to figure out a way to do that, but not on Facebook. Mostly because I'm just not a huge Facebook fan.
Mm-hmm. Well, Instagram, I'm sure.
It'll probably be Instagram for me because I do like using Instagram. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I have to say I lean towards Instagram too, but Facebook is really good if you want more people participating, right? Because then everybody can post and comment on Facebook where you can't really do that.
Not so much on Instagram. Like you can be tagged and stuff when people make
you can
patterns and stuff, and
not
everybody does. Some people do, some people don't.
Yeah, and it's just not all in one place. So it's
kind of spread out. So
yeah,
6 of one, half a dozen of the other. I am not. I am one of those weirdos that reads policy updates. I know it's not normal to do that. And I have been very uncomfortable with Facebook's policy updates for a long time now. So I've been steadily pulling away from the platform for the last decade.
Mm.
So I don't really use it anymore. I'm not super stoked with any social media platforms policy privacy stuff, but I get especially nervous.
Well, oh,
Why?
okay.
Why? Because it just had to be difficult, didn't you, all of you? Of course you did.
Okay, so there's more
Guys, I'm working on the moonbeam sweater.
That's gorgeous.
That's for a 3-year-old. And I'm making her the 4T,
So
5T
cute.
size. So she
Yeah,
can,
so big.
actually get some wear out of it.
That's right. Okay, so look at this. There's more Briggs and Little chit chat here.
Good. I like Briggs a little.
I know. Oh, me too. Except, oh, Diane says she donated all of her Briggs and Little. It was too rough, even as slippers.
It is what's the word people use? Rustic? It's not a
Rustic.
super wash. It's not a super wash, guy.
Oh no, no, it is not. This is.
It's got a good tooth to it.
It does. It does. But oh, I love it. I love it. This is
I
probably
have I have a whole waffle crocheted stitch oversized cardigan out of it. I
yeah.
would you'll part me from that cardigan from my cold dead fingers. I love that thing so much.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
much.
Oh, Daisy. Okay, so poor Diane, yeah, it was too rough for her. Nikki says, yeah, she said Regal will also work. Okay, I just used Heritage in my pattern. I do give a buffer on yarn. So you should be able to go up a needle size in your mitts to get a bigger mitten, and it should work. Okay, good to know. Hey, Susanna. Oh, there
I don't
must
have to
be
count for this
somebody.
row. Every other row is a plain knitting row.
Oh, oh, Diane. Yeah, see, everybody's got their thing, right? Like kind of lean towards Instagram or Facebook because yeah,
Yeah,
Diane says too many ads on Instagram for me. I rarely check it now.
there's a
And
lot and it's fairly real heavy, but I'm just not into Facebook.
yeah, yeah, you just gotta see what
Yeah,
works best for you.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, everybody likes Insta, not everybody likes Facebook. I can't make everyone happy. I know. So that's why, yeah, I just post everything on both and then you try to get it reach as many people to where they're happy being on.
You sit on a number of platforms you're comfortable with, and you just let it go. Otherwise,
That's right.
yeah,
Oh, are people guessing Sam's dishcloth counts? I see
possibly.
156.
We're getting close to the end of the year.
Yeah, I know, but well, poor Sam, yeah, I think she's down and out with the flu or something right now, or a
Oh,
cold, and yeah, and she hurt her shoulder. So yeah, everything, poor Sam is, yeah, and she's not getting a lot of extra knitting time, I don't think, right now.
all right.
But
It's not like Sam hasn't accomplished a huge goal
I know, I know.
already. So we're good.
That's what I keep telling her. Just
We're
call it
good.
quits and yeah, just be done. And I mean, it's still you're already made it to that like, holy crap, that's an amazing accomplishment, right?
You're already 160 finishes ahead of me. You're good.
Like exactly.
Oh, so much,
Oh.
so much.
So, anyways, that's so fun. I know I'm excited for both these you and Nikki's knit-alongs here happening. You know, because
Yeah, I was going through and cleaning up design notes. I wrote out an entire shawl and never casted it on. I just sat down one day, wrote the whole thing out,
that's right.
stitch patterns and everything. It literally just needs to be casted on. So you have the numbers double checked. I masked out a whole shawl in like 2019. Walked away. Didn't even know it was there till I went cleaning my documents up today. And then I went, what in the world am I doing?
Well, look at that. Now you can just get some test knitters and it's done.
Oh, I sent it to Asa and said, here, mystery test knit. No idea if it works. And she said, what mystery?
Ah, oh, that's fun.
And you know what? If anybody else wants to do a mystery test knit, I can tell you the weight of yarn, but I can't tell you how many stitches or how much you'll use.
That's what they can
Otherwise,
figure out for you.
it's ready to go. Who am I? Like, what am I doing? Writing out a whole pattern is not a small chunk of work. Like, okay. Maybe I did that back when I, drank caffeine. Was it a caffeine hazed induced pattern creation, and I just don't remember it when I came down from the hangover. I just don't know. I just don't know. All right, if I knit one in the red this time around, I have to knit. Oh, jeebers! I'm counting 4 again. Okay, here we go.
You can do it. You can do it.
Well, I want to get to the end of this chart. I'm down to the last. I'll actually even just count because then that way we know. 2, 3, 4. Everybody loves watching me count stuff on screen, right? That's perfect. That's entertaining. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have 9 rows left, and then it's just knitting straight stockinette till I'm done the pattern. Till I have the number of inches underneath I need.
See you, Mom.
Okay. Eric wants to say hello.
Betcha.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, you? Good, you?
I'm living, as they say.
Mom.
Ah. I think the big thing is because I need to get this done because there might be like only one more D&D session after this, which will be like the last time I see this little girl's dad to give the pattern to him, like to give him the finished sweater for Christmas. Whoopsies. I mean, it's not really dire. I can finish it afterwards and just be like, take the photo and post it. Whenever you're on this side of the city, just let me know. Please go home for your kid. He works retail, so like I don't really see him in December. He runs his own business, right? So like, retail is not at Christmas. So
from here on out, it'll be super crazy busy. Oh, okay. So we got some. Let's see. Oh, Nikki says. Let's see here. Yeah, so Nikki says with her blanket mystery cowl, you can use any worsted weight, even acrylic, if you follow the instruction or the directions properly. She said, I'll release a pre-download info of techniques used. Yeah, okay, so that's coming at some point before this beginning. That's good. There's video links for every technique. That's exciting. Oh, Sam says she has 177 done. Fantastic.
So many. Oh my God. Oh, okay.
177 dishcloths. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
Well, and Sam and I told Sam that December, we'll have to see, December 30th, December 31st, sometime in there. I told her that I would pop over and we could do a live podcast at some point, and she could do us a quick walkthrough of all of her 177 dishcloths. So that would be fun to see.
Well, I'll be there in chat. Don't you worry.
So it'll be perfect, it'll be the end of the year, so we can all just have an extra. So I don't know exactly. It'll just depend on our schedules, and if you can catch us live, you do. If not, you can watch the replay, whenever it works. But
it works for live.
Yeah, exactly. But it's the end of the year, maybe perfect time to have an extra hour to sit down and relax and try to get one last finish done for the year, or maybe you're getting ready to start a brand new project. So it's always good. Always lots of things. You always need an extra little bit of knitting time, right?
I love December for personal knitting and catching up on things.
Yeah.
which I know seems weird to say.
For most people, December is oh my goodness.
Well, I mean, there's some things like the family we were talking this year, and for my immediate family, my niece is just turned 17. She turns 18 next November. And we've only done Christmas presents since she was born because there was a little person in the family. She's an adult before Christmas next year, so this is the last year for Christmas presents. And I don't
Mhm.
like, and I mean in general, we're done. We're not. We don't do the pull one name thing. We don't.
Just
It's not like whenever my parents are in town or I'm up with my parents or we've got a spare second or like my brother-in-law feels like barbecuing, that's when we do family things. So
yep.
he'll message me and go, I have a hankering for steaks. I'm picking you up at 4 and we're doing a dinner. And I go, okay. Sure. I'll call my sibling and go, I decided to bake 3 batches of new cookies. Still not sure why. Send the teenagers.
On over.
Do not leave me with these. But we don't do regimented, this is a traditional thing. So for us, it's not a thing. My parents will come down. They're going to be down for a couple of days. It's the right time of year to travel and visit and do things. We're contemplating not even doing a Christmas dinner. We're contemplating doing a brunch.
Well, why not? I mean, it's all about family time,
Yeah.
right? So whatever works for you guys, that's what you do.
Yep. And it doesn't have to be like a whole day thing. And for us it isn't. So it's like it's a couple of hours out of my day,
Mhm.
one day of the month. It's not that stressful for me. So
Well, that's good. Okay, let's see
but
here.
it does mean I have a lot of free time because everybody's running around very, very stressed, and I do not have the same problems.
Oh, oh, Susanna says she's casting off the Mosaic cowl that she started back on October 28th. Very good.
Lovely. Good for
Less than
you.
like a month, less than a month. That's fantastic.
That's an excellent turnaround time.
Project done. That's wonderful. Oh, Sam's not giving up on the dishcloths. She says she's hoping for 185 by the end of the month. Well, all right. Well, just do what you can do. Somewhere in here, Robin. Oh, Robin asked what you are knitting on, Jocelyn. But maybe did you hear she said about the 3-year-old the cute little sweater? What was the name of it again, Jocelyn?
It's called the Moonbeam. It's the child version of that super viral one that came out from Pom Pom Quarterly one year.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
this is the
Yeah.
child's version.
I have a friend who knit that.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
Diana's been eyeballing it, and she's like, Diana needs the adult version of that. I'm like, it's a
Uh-huh.
gorgeous sweater.
Yeah.
I'm doing the kid size because I'm doing
Yeah,
it for kids.
that's
So
super cute. And I love that red. It's a nice red. I'm not a
it's
big
a
red.
cherry. It's a cherry
That's
red.
exactly what I was gonna say. Yeah, it just looks really nice. I like
Yeah.
that. Nice, bright, happy.
Yeah. Well, she's an outdoor kid all year round. Like we go cross country skiing with dad in the winter and stuff. So
Nice.
she a worsted weight colorwork sweater is a staple
Nice.
for
Yeah.
our wardrobe. So that
Yeah.
we can stay outside longer and play longer. So,
Perfect. That's wonderful.
however, also keeping in mind that I know her father and I know her, it's in acrylic because mom will be washing this a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see here. So what else did Oh yeah, so I just keep forgetting. Is there anybody in the
Whoop.
US here? There must be.
It
How
is Turkey Day today for our
is
American
Sally
friends.
is. Yes. I just thought Sally put a turkey in here. Yeah, so yes, it is Thanksgiving for all of our US friends. So that's nice. Oh, I always love Thanksgiving dinner. Oh, all that
You
good
love
yummy food.
turkey.
So I like the stuffing and I like the cranberries and the squash. Those are my favorites. So good.
I'm gonna go with my mom's stuffing, which is homemade because food allergies.
Oh, yeah.
bought my sister's sweet and sour spare ribs.
Ooh, those are always good.
Well, her sweet and sour sauce, in the family we call it crack sauce. We ask for it by the jar, by the jar. So like she makes sweet and sour spare ribs, but then there's like 6 jars of this sauce sitting in the fridge because my mother and I individually walk away with 3 jars apiece, and it doesn't make it 6 months. Like I've usually
Yeah,
gone through my jars in about 3 months if I'm sparing, because like I will just drown tofu in it or call it like I just it's so
it would be.
so good. She's given us the recipes. I cannot make it the same as she does, but I just I return the jars with little notes that says I'm broken, require more crack sauce, and I send it home, and she just makes me more because
Please refill.
it's what she does.
That's
Um,
nice.
I'm the only one who likes cranberry sauce, so like I make my own cranberry sauce. Though I do make a vegan like pot pie alternative,
Okay.
just as a way to sneak in more vegetables on people.
Yeah.
Also, I can't I can't eat meat proteins more than like twice a week. So if I'm already at that point where I'm done for the week, like I've already gone out with friends or I've done something else, like
Mhm.
I can't. I'll bring the vegan roast beast with me,
Yep.
and it's a loaf, and it's got a mushroom lentil meat
Oh,
layer, a sweet potato layer, and then a homemade cranberry sauce layer, all in a layered in a loaf pan around with pastry puff around it. You just slice and eat that.
oh my gosh, I would love that.
And I tend to make that a lot because I really enjoy eating it.
Oh, that's right, Susanna. You did do the class at is that Ancient Arts Yarns?
Yes, because she's right in Calgary, so she's in the bricks and mortar store.
Yeah, yeah, that's awesome. Yeah. Oh, Tracy's asking Sam what she's going to do with all her dish cloths. Oh, yes. Let's see. Oh, yes, Robin. It is for us here in the US. Yes. Thanksgiving for all of you. Oh, Sally said my sister brought homemade carrot cake to me. It's her favorite. Oh my gosh. That
Homemade
would be,
carrot cake's amazing.
it is. That is yummy. Perfect. Oh, that's so wonderful. Well, yes, I know it's the weekend for us. I'm super excited. Yeah, I don't know. I've got a Christmas party this weekend. So I'm gonna have a busy, and I'm like, can I take my knitting to this party? Gonna have to make sure I get my 3 hours of knitting or whatever my
Mhm.
allotted amount is for Saturday. I'm gonna have to make sure I get that done before I go out.
I have whip sprints on Saturday, so I'll be with Diana on YouTube at
Oh,
noon, and we'll do those 25-minute whip sprints. Maybe you want to
yeah.
join us for that and get a little bit of whip sprint work done.
I might, but I don't think I'm gonna
Maybe.
be home. Oh my gosh, I don't think I'm gonna be home. Uh-oh.
How are you going to do your knitting if you're not home?
This is the story of my life. That's my problem. Um, well, that means I may have to, good job, I'm figuring this out now. So I may have to do a little extra Friday night. So I can get a little ahead so I don't have to do so much Saturday morning. Okay. I don't know. This is it. I'm already thinking, well, I can catch up on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
And we know how that always goes. So that's
Mm-hmm.
not okay. I'm maybe I'll just have to knit some extra tonight.
That might be the better plan.
I think so. I think I just need just knit. Just knit.
I absolutely have D&D Saturday night, and then I will be doing the last recorded episode for the year because we're live in December.
Right.
So that happens on Sunday, and the mysterious Mr. B wants to come over and play some board games. So I'll be
Oh,
doing
that'd
that
be
Sunday.
fun.
Yeah. This is what happens when I let him half build a thing or start a thing. It's stuck in his brain until we do it again.
Yeah, yeah.
So apparently the party band creation that we did, oh gosh, like 2, 3 weeks ago now, has been driving him up the wall. So I'm playing on Sunday. So it isn't sure. I've already forgotten what it was they built, but yeah, let's play.
Let's do it. Oh my goodness. So what is there? So is there, I'm gonna see. I think we've got crafty like Christmas markets going
Those
on
are
this
going on here right
weekend.
now. Yeah.
Yes, I think we've got two going on in the city here. And I'm going to one, not, yeah, I'm going to one in St. Mary's. That's what I'm doing Saturday. So, yeah, but it'll be kind of starting. I need to do some Christmas shopping. So, I mean, I guess I need to knit the sweater, but I also do need to get some Christmas shopping done too. So, because I don't want to leave that to the last minute either.
That would be bad.
But I also do need, now this is a need. Well, not that I need to necessarily buy it, but I might. I need to knit a pair of socks for a Christmas gift. So that's going to be New Start Monday.
You do know your track record with socks, right?
I'm ignoring
Okay.
that.
Okay. Just
Yeah.
checking. All right.
No, I have a feeling
So
December.
you're buying sock yarn as a Christmas present. That's exciting.
For somebody who doesn't knit socks.
Yeah.
But no, I'm feeling, Christmas magic, just getting the feeling of the Hallmark Christmas movie vibe, anything is possible. Yeah, I think it can be done. It can be done. I can also do it.
Yeah,
I
it
can
is an
also do
achievable
it.
goal. It is an achievable goal.
It totally is. And and if I start now, I can still do it, except that I'll be knitting the sweater. So that means,
It's already 3 hours a day of sweater knitting,
yeah, I know.
plus your other New Start Mondays.
I know. That's going to make it a little tight.
That's a bit snug. That's a bit, yeah.
Okay. But that's okay. What else am I going to do?
Visit with your granddaughter, go to Christmas markets, hang out with Cheryl, watch Hallmark movies, go to work, feed yourself, visit with Sam. I can keep going.
I know. Well, I think I'm just going to have to knit.
Have a romantic rendezvous at an ice pond. I don't know what your private life is like.
Romantic rendezvous. Yeah, with my yarn. I'll be like, I have to knit for 3 hours.
Listen, some days my romantic partner is my work knitting. It's got, we are tied to the hip till I'm done things someday.
Oh, Nancy, that's an awesome idea. If I get really stuck, Nancy says, she's like, I know you're going to go to Cheryl to crank a tube. That's right. If I get really, because Cheryl has got.
Amazing. Why don't you just start there and ask Cheryl if you can crank a tube? That is just heels, toes, and cuffs. Like, that makes way more sense to me.
Oh, that is possible. I'm going to use that as my plan B. Because I could even make them tube socks. And I could do cuffs and toes like Christmas Eve day, right?
It would take me a bit longer to do heels, toes, and cuffs, but yeah.
Yeah, you're right, Nancy. Thank you. So now I'm like really not even worried at all. But no, I'm going to knit them. I'm going to hand knit them. I can. So I just need to find, yeah, well, oh gosh. I was just going to say, I have to find nice yarn. Well, all the yarn I have is nice. I mean,
I'm sorry.
The appropriate color.
Okay. My brain just went, you have so much yarn. I'm pretty sure.
But
there's some nice sock yarn somewhere in your house.
But this person likes pink.
Oh, you don't really do pink. Okay.
You see
Okay, I
my
can
pink?
see the need to go buy yarn.
Yeah, I know. So I have to buy yarn specific for this person, which is again another reason why maybe you should not have such a big stash because it doesn't come in handy anyways. But
Oh no, it comes in handy. It just isn't going to cover every single corner case you ever run across.
that's true. That's very, very true. So, okay, what is Sherry saying? She's like, she's like Louise. You can buy socks already knit and just pass them off as your own. We won't tell. I
Oh
could do
no.
that, but that's not the fun. I want to make them. I want to, so this is where exactly the reality versus the scene in my head do not match up because I'm doing the whole Hallmark thing. I'm knitting these socks, every stitch with love. They're the perfect color. She's going to love them. They're going to fit perfect. I'm going to be going to bed every night at 8 o'clock because I have all my knitting done. I'll have them wrapped and blocked and everything done by December 12th. Yeah.
I don't know what Kool-Aid you drank, but it's rude not to care when you get the good stuff. Oh,
Don't know how I do this because then the reality is I'm going to be up every night till midnight. December 23rd is going to come. I'm going to be starting sock number 2. But I'm still going to be thinking I can get it finished. And I
it's like in my head, tomorrow is Black Friday, and I'm going to do an order from Michael's, and I'm going to buy I'm going to buy some sweater quantities of Pound of Love, and I'm going to magically find that Christmas Craft Smart skein that you were showing.
Yeah.
And I'm going to buy enough of that to make a bulky crochet cardigan.
Oh, that would be awesome.
So that I can have a Christmas themed bulky crochet cardigan to throw on, literally to go from the apartment to the truck, from the truck to my sister's house, and then take it off immediately because I'll melt to death. For that, with a dark navy contrast for the hood. Like, in my brain, I am doing this plus finishing things, plus pattern designing. Like, I am aware. I'm making candied cranberries. I don't even know how to make candied cranberries. I watched an Instagram reel. So now I feel like I'm going to be the master of making candied cranberries.
You can do it. They'll turn out perfect.
They will not, but that is fine. The mysterious Mr. B is always willing to humor my baking endeavors. So are the boys. They will cheerfully eat all of the weird things I make because they don't have to make it, and they get to try new things, which always brings them joy. I mean, last night I fed them roasted tomatoes, soup, and grilled cheese sandwiches, so it's like not always something new every time, but
that sounds good.
We all had really good dinner, and then I lost 2 games of Magic back. It's just not unusual.
Okay, Sherry, I just see Sherry's comment. Okay, we got to look here. Sherry.
Yes. Are we mad at Sherry, or are we?
We're happy with Sherry. We're happy with Sherry because
Sherry.
She's just giving me an amazing idea. Okay, so let's backtrack here. So I made some comment. Okay, so let's see. Oh yeah, Diane says she's like, Louise, you just went to marry Maxim. You're right. I did.
I don't have a Mary Maxim near me, so I'm not as excited about that.
Do I want to give up any of that yarn? I don't know. Maybe. Maybe not. I could possibly. That is a very good option. That's a very good option. But what did I say? Okay, so Nikki said, Nikki said Croy is thicker and you could knit them on a 2.5. And does this person like purple? I got so much purple Croy. Maybe she might like purple Croy.
Pink and purple are pretty close.
This is the one. Sherry said, didn't I hand dye some pink?
You totally did.
I think I did. But did I? Yes, maybe. But I'm also now thinking, why don't I just dye 2 skeins of yarn this weekend?
With all that free time you have.
I know. In between, but that can work because dyeing, there's a lot of waiting time.
There's a lot of downtime while you're dying, yes.
I could still knit as I'm dying,
Mhm.
kind of in between when I go to the Christmas market out of town on Saturday and when I come home to shower, change, get ready for a Christmas party, I can throw some yarn in the dye pot.
Don't ask me, I've never dyed yarn.
Yeah, I can't do it Saturday, but I could do it Sunday.
Okay.
I could do it Sunday.
All
Okay,
right.
I kind of like that idea. I like that idea. Oh, look at that, Robin. Robin. Okay, yeah. So Robin, I did see a comment. I saw your comment. I'm not totally avoiding the question. Robin asked me how my sweater is coming along.
Well, I mean, you had a gauge watch last week.
I have been working on it. It's growing. It's getting there. I have a plan to get it done in 2 weeks. So Robin says she's planning to knit a honeycomb sweater next year.
Ooh, honeycomb's a lovely stitch.
I like that. I like that a lot. Oh, that's right, Diane. I did dye pink, but I knit Scarlet the poncho in the pink. I used it. Go figure. That doesn't happen very often, but you're right. You're right.
All right. Ooh, it's time to scroll up the chart.
See, Nikki's thinking the same way. She's like, Louise, somebody with a sock machine, they could crank. I know they could do the tubes and you can knit the heels, toes, and cuffs. I may have to go visit Cheryl if I get really stuck. And yes, you're right. The pink was worsted, but the pink was really nice. I did that pink and red and it turned out really, really pretty.
It did.
I could try and do that on sock yarn. Oh, I could try that because it was really pretty. Oh yeah, Sally's saying dye DK yarn. That would
be quicker.
Be yes, DK would be quicker. Huh, okay. All right, I can fit this in. I can fit this in. I'm gonna knit a lot tonight.
Uh-huh.
I am working on the sweater as we've been chatting. So this is counting.
I figured it would be dangerous to have secret knitting in here while chatting because pretty good at secret keeping.
Oh.
Though I will admit, if you're a Patreon member, you know how far along the sweater is because I was like, don't tell Louise, and I posted a photo. What'd you do?
I made a yarn over.
You have an artisanal hole, do you?
I do. Well, that's not supposed to be there. This is what happens when you're trying to knit secretly and not paying attention. Well, I'm gonna see if I can fix that when I come back to it. If not, I have to pull back like 4 rows. Ooh. Oh, well, that was a bummer. Okay, we'll see if I can fix it without it being too noticeable. I think I might just have to pull that out. Oh well, and I did give myself, I did add in 2 extra hours
for mistakes?
For
whoopsies?
Yeah, not real. I didn't really plan them for mistakes because I don't really have time for that. But I did add in an extra 2-hour leeway because I totally guessed on my buttonhole. A buttonhole in the middle of the front of my sweater. Well, we could call it a design feature. Yeah, so anyways, but I did put in a little bit extra time and I did totally kind of have to guess on my sleeves because I don't know how many stitches I'm going to make my sleeves yet. So I tried to overestimate there.
So yeah, because you're slow down and you're gonna think about it when you get to that moment. It'll take a hot moment.
Yeah, I still haven't totally figured out my neckline exactly either. So But anyways, on the upside, at least I saw this yarn over right now and not at the end of the night. So it's only 8:30. I still have a few hours left. So
Sure
I
you
can
do.
fix it. If I have to pull it back out, I can. I can reknit it because it'll be fine. I'll be watching a Christmas movie while I do it. And that just makes everything better. Oh, Robin is working on a honeycomb afghan for my how many for her sisters and the knitted brick stitch for her brother. Oh my goodness. You've got big projects on the go.
Those are huge projects. Holy yeah.
Nice. Couldn't you cover it somehow? I don't know, Nancy. Yeah, Cindy says the buttonhole doesn't go there. Oh, Debbie. Hi, Debbie. Debbie says, I agree with the DK yarn. I knit a pair of DK socks last weekend. 1 sock per day?
Well, I mean, it's DK, so like, how many stitches really is it per round?
Like what, 45 stitches or something?
Really, a 45 stitch round. Think of how fast your garter scarf rows are.
True. Well, hey, I'm not opposed to that. If I'm gonna go find, so I don't have any DK that I can dye, but maybe I shouldn't be dyeing anyways. Maybe I should hold off on that till January. I'll have to see. Yeah, okay, let me.
I feel like a pop in to the yarn store to or from the Christmas craft market is probably more time effective.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. We'll shelve the whole idea of dyeing the sock yarn.
I mean, not fast, just faster than dyeing yarn.
Yes, because yes, I could definitely go in, find yarn, buy it, and drive home faster than dyeing it.
Yeah.
Then you got to wait for it to dry, blah blah blah. Then you got to
Yeah, I know. I have some skeins drying in my tub right now.
Do you? That's awesome.
It's one of your friends with a indie dyer. She says she wants to finish a thing, but it's going to be a really tight deadline, and you go, meh, just bring it over once it's washed. It can hang in the tub. She brought it over once it was washed. It's hanging to dry in the tub. And I said, absolutely.
Well,
Karen's got a lot on her plate, like a lot on her plate right now. So.
oh, does she?
Her mom passed away, so she's heading back to Thunder Bay to do the funeral. So I was like, you have a lot on your plate right now.
Oh,
just drop it off wet. It can dry in my tub. That's fine.
Yeah. Absolutely.
It's always sad.
Yeah. Oh, that is very sad. For sure. Diane says, I want to make a sweater now with random pockets all over it.
Yes.
Just so I could cover up my buttonhole. Oh my gosh. Okay, where am I? Oh, I'm here. I'm like 2 stitches away. And I know I'm probably not going to be happy with this because I'm going to have a big loose spot because I've got all this extra yarn.
Listen, I'm very lazy. I would literally just knit a little stockinette thing and just sew it down on the inside of the sweater and tack down the buttonhole and just make it an obvious mend that it was meant to be there. Like I'd already been wearing the sweater for years. But that's what I do.
Yeah. So, oh my gosh, I went 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 rows.
Guys, if you could see the quilt that lives on my bed. It was quilted. It is now patchwork. And I'm learning Sinko, which is the Japanese obvious mending technique.
Yeah.
So, and my quilt is the practice at it. So I've got like beginner embroidery on there. I've got obvious mending techniques in this thing. It is a Frankenstein of a blanket, and I love it. But it is
That's awesome.
not for the faint of heart. It is not for the faint of heart. But this bad boy has been loved to death. And you can tell that it has seen some things. It has seen some things.
Oh, do. I think I'm gonna have to. I think I'm playing. I'm gonna rip.
You're gonna rip? Okay.
Yeah.
You have to do what you're comfortable with. That's the big thing. Right?
Oh, could it have just been a little closer to the seam?
I'm still grateful that you noticed now instead of like 8 inches in.
I know. It's only, what did I say? 5 rows. It's only 5 rows.
That's not really.
That's only like half an hour of knitting. Because I've timed my rows. So yeah, so that's not okay. Yeah, it won't. It's gonna be too loose, I think. And it'll bother me. That's okay. It's only 5 rows. I can let me see. Yes. Oh, Tracy's saying yes. Japanese mending technique.
It's gorgeous.
Can I do that on my sweater?
Because I don't want to buy clothes anymore, and I want to get back into the habit of mending clothes instead of just pitching them, because I'm not buying fast fashion. I'm buying like woven materials. I'm buying things that will stand up to mending.
Right.
So I want to start getting used to the type of mending techniques that I'll be able to do, which are obvious mends. The invisible mends require more visual acuity than I have, but learning to do some basic embroidery stitches, learning to do the Shichinko method will let me have an obvious patch repair that is, by its very nature, making that garment into a piece of art. And I'm comfortable standing out, guys. I have the fabric for a walking skirt with pumpkins all over it. Subtlety is not a thing I do very much. So it's fine, like it's a comfort level for me. So I have a white cardigan and the pockets are starting to come apart from the sweater. Now it is a commercially bought one, so like I have to be careful because the fabric isn't like the greatest. But if I embroider little daisies to secure that pocket back to the fabric of the cardigan,
yeah,
then it just looks like my daisy, like my pockets were meant to have daisies embroidered on top of them.
And that would be cute.
And that would be cute. I'd go with the nature of when I wear the cardigan and stuff. So it's interesting. It's an interesting way to choose to do things. And it means my blanket just looks like a Frankenstein. Which, when I think about it, is actually a tradition for me because I first started hand sewing on my baby blanket when I was a teenager. It was how I learned how to do mending and stuff, was on my baby
was
blanket.
it?
Yeah. Which I still have. It's in a closet.
All right. On my round.
Oh, bye-bye, yarn over.
Right.
May you never happen again.
Oh my goodness. It like goes so quick. Back. Oh no, I gotta do one more. Oh well. Easy come, easy go.
Hey, I'm excited. I'm making my way through the last of this chart. It's good.
There we go. I'm back. Right. Well, I get the fun of doing this all over again.
On the bright side, it's relaxing. So while you're watching your Hallmark movies, it's not like it's going to stress you out to knit, stock knit in the round. Or flat. I don't remember. Are you flat or are you doing it in the round?
I'm doing flat.
Okay.
Yeah, it's all right. It's okay. I will just.
I'm so close to being able to remove the stitch markers. Yes. The only downside to this heavily charted of a sweater.
Ooh, what is this going on? And Diane says she's making note of all these suggestions. Her pattern will make millions. Hot pockets with yarn over surprise. Look at that. Nancy wants to knit it already. That's so funny.
Hey, listen. Some days.
All right. I'm gonna get all these stitches picked up, get right back on track. But see there, this is really a good thing because you kind of think you need to figure on a little bit of setback somewhere, right? Like a drop stitch or a, I don't know, something random yarn over in the middle of your sweater. So I now have that out of the way. So when it really gets down to the crunch time, I should have no random silliness going on. I can just be just straight knitting.
Yes.
This is actually is a good thing. Now I'm good to go. Except I just dropped a stitch. But I can.
Oh, the snowflake stitches. They look so pretty.
It is such a pretty. What yarn are you using for that?
Impeccable.
Impact, of course it is. Yeah.
A
Nice.
great soft feeling acrylic that's going to be hard wearing. Absolutely impeccable. And it doesn't even pill that bad, or at least I haven't noticed any huge pilling problems. So
That's good. Well, that will be when. So when are you estimating you'll be finished it?
well, I'd like her to have it for Christmas, so I really should get it done in the next week or so.
Well, yes.
The sleeves are going to be easier. And again, it's a kid's sweater. Like it's not that long. I need to get past this chart, so I'm just knitting in the round, which will go a lot faster.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Once you get done all the color work, then.
Yeah. And most of the sleeves are not color worked. You just have a little bit of color work that you fade into at the top of the sleeve, and then you finish the rest of the sleeve in plain stockinette. So I don't have any more complicated chart sections left.
Good. So that will be.
That'll help.
Yeah, that'll make it easier for sure.
Because again, some days you can't brain. You don't pick up a complicated color work chart on no brain days.
Yes, you should not. Or else, yeah, that just backfires big time.
That is the wrong thing to do.
All been there.
Oh. I'm doing 2 rounds of plain, and then I've got 1, then 2 rows of plain, then 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I will have 4 rows left once I'm done these 2 rows of plain.
Okay.
And then I've done the chart. And what?
Ooh, that is worth celebrating.
Like a 4-5T is what, 9 inches from the underarm?
Oh, that's not very big.
For length?
Yeah.
Might be longer. I'm gonna have to Google.
I don't know.
I have no idea how tall a 4 or 5T garment is.
I have never knit that size. So I'm just starting like with Scarlett. I'm just on, starting that children knitting. I mean, it's been so long since I knit. I knit for Anita probably when she was that age, but that was like 25 years ago. So
I don't knit for my friends' kids very often. I'll do it every once in a while, but not often. And not for all of them.
Yeah, because you want to make sure they're going to wear it.
Yeah, like if I know the kid's not interested, because at a certain age you get to, like at 3 or 4 you start voicing your opinions, right?
Yeah.
Or if the parent is it must be this color, it must be like this. I kind of go, it's a gift, so no.
Yeah.
No. I'm not going to go crazy out there into left field on you, but also no. And I have definitely discovered as I've grown older, I don't buy into this girls wear this, boys wear this is how this works sort of thinking patterns. So I'm finding over the years I'm knitting less and less for the little people I know.
Mm-hmm.
So
Well,
I
yeah.
start knitting for them again, usually once they're teenagers and it's adult sized stuff. But most teenagers that I know don't see the world the same way their parents do. So like I don't sit there having conversations with my niece or her partner. And never once out of his face does the word pink as a girl color come out of it. What comes out of his face is, do you see this skin tone? The skin tone does not do pink. It is not a good situation. He's like, no, if I had a skin tone that would wear pink, I would rock that color because men who can wear pink look so good. He like walks into the room. I'm like, and he's dating you? And my niece is like, oh yeah, okay, just checking. So, he doesn't get pink, but it's because it doesn't look good next to his skin. So he doesn't want
Not
it.
that he's all freaked out, like, oh, boys don't wear pink. That's good.
Doesn't make any sense to him at all.
That's awesome.
So I'm thoroughly enjoying that I'm running across more and more of that thinking.
Yeah, I
Out
like
of
that.
teenagers where it's like, you know what, that's not, it isn't boy things or girl things. Everybody eats, so everybody should know to cook. Everybody wears clothes, everybody should know to mend.
Yeah.
There's a lot more universality to how they see the world, which is so nice
Which
to
is
see.
great. Yeah. Oh no, Diane, what did you? Diane says I spent an hour trying to get one pair of safety eyes
Oh,
on an emotional support chicken. Didn't work. Oh no.
safety eyes.
Sitting on my hands to avoid choking, said emotional support chicken. That chicken was not doing his job.
Safety eyes are annoying to do.
Oh yeah. Oh, she says I'm digging buttons out tomorrow.
Yeah. I keep thinking I should make an emotional support chicken. I feel like that'd be fun.
I know. It is so fun. Well, and Diane, you got inspired because I was gonna say Emma, but who was it? There was somebody posting in the Fiber Friends Facebook group about that had done the support chicken. And yeah. Anyways, it's fun. Oh, hi Audrey. Happy Thanksgiving to you. She's
Absolutely.
wearing a sock. Nice.
Yeah. I am like Louise. I want to be a sock knitter. I just freely admit it more and start fewer socks.
Well, yeah, I'm going to be hopeful on this one. We'll see. We'll see. Oops.
So I mean, I was talking about casting out a worsted pair of house socks or reading slouchy socks, as it were. I don't know if I will. I do want to, but I don't know if I will.
Is that for the library challenge?
No, the little long is a cardigan or pullover sweater for yourself that either uses a book themed yarn or a book themed pattern or a librarian sort of thing. Like, if it's a pattern that you think you could see a librarian wearing, it counts.
Okay.
It counts.
I love that.
Me and Diana are making the librarian by Skein Deer Knit.
Perfect.
We're both lengthening. She's lengthening to a cropped that looks good for her. I'm lengthening to a full length sweater. She's doing the pullover and I'm doing the cardigan version.
Okay.
Because as I pointed out when I was reading through the pattern, or when the pattern was being read to me, the number of inches from the underarm where you have to stop doesn't even go down the whole length of my chest. So that's too short for me.
Yeah.
However, a excellent length for someone with Skein Deer Knits proportions. So, but I have my yarn, which is I don't speak Latin in front of the books, which is a Buffy quote from Giles, the librarian.
Oh.
And I'm making the librarian
Fun.
cardigan, so I'm very excited.
That's fun.
Let's be honest, like the Gramps cardigan from Tin Can Knits,
Yeah, 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 yeah,
a
yeah, yeah.
librarian would totally wear the Gramps cardigan. So that totally counts.
That's fun.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Yeah. Woohoo! One more round of plain stockinette.
Yeah. Audrey, that sounds nice. Wheel of Color self-striping.
Ooh.
My comfy cozy knits. Lovely. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go looking for sock yarn now. Add that to my list of things to do on Saturday.
Add it to the to-do.
Add it to the to-do. Saturday's gonna be busy, but fun. All right, you guys, I think I am all picked up. I have no random holes.
Good, good.
I think I have any drop stitches. I think it looks okay. Fingers crossed, I'm back on track. Now
Well,
I
I
just
hope you are.
have a puddle of pulled out yarn sitting here on the floor now that I have to knit. That's okay.
It won't take you long.
No, half an hour, it'll be done.
Yeah.
They can carry on. Yeah, I'm gonna have to measure and see where I am, so I know that I'm ahead of schedule. I'll have my allotted Friday. Nope, this is Thursday.
Thursday today.
That's right. That's good. Get my Thursday night done.
We have a whole other day before the weekend.
I know, that's exciting. Because I'm gonna need it. So
I might not. Well, okay. Going shopping tomorrow will have its pros and its cons.
oh,
Pros, your store might be doing a Black Friday sale. Con, your store might be doing a Black Friday sale.
and it could be pretty busy. Yes, I know.
So you're taking your chances.
Yes.
Could work out in your favor.
Oh, yeah, we'll see.
Could backfire.
Good. Good. I'll have to.
Like I said, again, in my brain, I have an unlimited yarn budget, and I can just buy a bunch of yarn from Michaels and
Yeah.
have all this time for dream knitting and get all the Chow needles I could ever need. And
I know. Wouldn't that be nice? So no, what did you say you were going to order from Michael's? You said you were going to get a.
I want to get some Pound of Love balls. Like I want to get some, get some sweater quantities in the Pound of Love.
That's right. Okay. So
because I do want to make staple cardigans, and a worsted staple cardigan is something that I do wear. It's just pullovers I super won't. And again, I could probably find like a nice DK weight acrylic, so I could make some more. Guys, I'm talking like the navy, the winter white, the dark brown, the black. Like probably not black, but you know what I'm talking about, like real staple colors.
So interesting. I'm taking this as a sign.
Okay.
The Pound of Love. I don't think I ever even noticed it at Michael's before.
It's not a bad acrylic yarn. It does fine.
Guess what I did last night?
Did you buy a Pound of Love?
I did. I bought a ball of gray. I might have a secret project on the go that
you have us tons of time.
that I will or will not reveal depending on how it works out.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I also want like a Pound of Love in like Christmas red, Christmas green, Christmas white, because there's all of these really cute Christmas ornament things.
Yeah.
And, like vintage crochet, like just vintage crochet, released a tutorial to make a tabletop Christmas tree that uses a 2-liter pop bottle and crochet stitches to make your little crochet Christmas tree. And I'm like, but I want one. And I've got some balls of gold yarn from Impeccable floating around. So like I can already do like the tree topper part, but I don't have a tree green. I have a wonderful olive green, but no tree green. And of
Uh,
course, I have white guys. It's me. It's like asking if I've got pumpkin. Well, of course I have pumpkin. And I got the white. I'm like, wouldn't that be cute? Middle of my coffee table, just this giant crocheted Christmas tree thing,
wow.
which I would then could hang stitch markers off of to be decorations.
I love that idea.
So
I
I'm
love
like,
that
I
idea.
want to make it, but I don't. I don't have time. B, I don't have money. Like purely theoretical. Just want to do a massive Michael's order. Like I want the poor person who has to pick this order for my brother-in-law to pick out for me to be like, sweet baby Jesus, who is this woman and why does she need this much yarn? And I want my brother-in-law to go, dear God, why?
How many bags is this order?
Yeah, like a lot.
When they say when he comes to get it and they say, how close did you park to the door? Would you
Nor
like to
like
pull up to the front?
I want just dream one day I want to be able to do that. Just
Oh,
and then just like I'm sorry in advance, but I like it's a big order because he'll be like, yeah, whatever, it's fine. And he does it to me every time. It's just one of these days I would like to go, you said it was fine.
yeah, that's right. There you go. Someday, someday.
Someday. But then like do that and like get the holiday colored yarn so I could make a holiday crocheted bulky cardigan to wear just cause.
That would be
You
nice.
know? I don't have time for any of this, guys. It's all in my brain pan that I feel like I can do this.
But someday. Well, I know. So yes, I saw about like random. I don't know. It just like I saw it and I'm like, oh. So I bought a ball of gray,
Yeah.
and I'm like, yeah, it felt really nice.
It's a nice yarn to work with. I do enjoy it.
Yeah, I've never used it before, so I'm excited to try it.
I love the yardage per ball. Over 1,000 yards.
I know.
It is
It
like,
was amazing.
yep, you just do some sweaters. Imagine how few ends that is.
Yeah, I
Yep.
know. That's what I'm thinking. How did I not see this before? So
Like,
I was excited for that. Oh, Diane says I bought 2 pound of love in green. Oh, after you talked about it last time. Okay,
yeah.
yes. I don't know why I didn't pick up on that. But anyways,
It
I'm
makes some of those larger projects just more budget appropriate. Like buying a pound of love or two to knit or crochet your own Christmas tree skirt. Like
yeah.
maybe that's been on your wish list for years, but you're like, oh God, that much worsted yarn, that many balls, that price. But then you look at it and it's like, well, it's 1.5 balls of this. Okay, done.
Yeah.
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 Listen,
Anyway,
I'm the person who's very slowly English paper piecing together a Christmas tree skirt. It's going to take me years, people.
oh my gosh, that'd be so beautiful though.
It's going to be good, but it's an heirloom piece because I can only do it for so long and my brain goes, no,
Sure, right?
you're putting this down, lady. You're coming back to this later. And I don't blame my brain. It's a lot of small hexagons.
Oh, Nancy says, too bad you can't get cones.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
How much would be on a cone?
But listen, one day I'm going to get in trouble with that crochet cotton. And it's going to be a thing, guys. I want doilies. I want doilies. But I don't want like doily sized doilies. I want like kitchen table cover sized
Oh
doilies.
yeah.
Yeah, I want practical doilies.
Yeah.
I'm not so secretly living my dream granny lifestyle these days.
That's all right. I love knitted doilies.
But not the little ones. I'll just misplace those, lose them. They turn into cat toys, like tabletop version size ones.
I
But let's
have
go crazy. Let's make a bedspread sized one.
I have had because I like to do antiquing. So
Yeah.
I lots of times come home with doilies, knitted or crocheted. And this one time I came home, I have this orange one that I should rethink that. I would love to hang it on the wall.
Yeah.
But it does make, I have a little outdoor patio table, and it makes a perfect
Cover?
yeah, tablecloth. That's the word I'm looking for. And yeah, it's gorgeous.
Super
That was
handy.
a really nice find one day.
I go antiquing to keep an eye out for china dish sets because I
Yeah,
have two china dish sets and they are my I use everyday stuff. So
perfect.
I'm always on the lookout for replacement pieces.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Yeah,
Well, that's the place to get them.
so I see it though. And interesting and unique, one of a kind china cups and teacups and saucers.
I
Because
love
then when you have people over for tea, they can all have their individual saucer and teacup.
pretty teacups. Yeah.
Yep. Hang on, how many stitches do I have? I have to do one.
4?
I can add. It's 4. Doing 5, guys.
Oh my gosh. Hey, Jocelyn, you've got Critical Role tonight, don't you?
I do. Yes.
Right. Well, look at that. We're at our
We're at our
time.
time.
Yeah. You need to go get ready for Critical Role. I need to go down and check the state of my kitchen because Eric has been down there unsupervised for an hour and a half.
Oh boy.
And yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I'm gonna go reheat some soup from yesterday's dinner and enjoy it with a slice of homemade pumpkin roast.
Yeah, I have a feeling that the dinner I had left for me is now gone
Uh huh.
because I've been hearing dishes clanging down there. So I think he has, literally ate me out of house and home.
That is a child's prerogative.
Yes, yes. So I have a feeling that, anyways, that's all right. Um,
It doesn't change when we're adults, by the way. We still come
no,
home and eat our parents out of house
I'm
and home.
having eat.
Yeah.
Yep,
Yeah.
yeah. So, oh well.
40. I still show up at my mom's house and I eat dad out of all of his potato chips.
I know. Well,
But do I buy potato chips on my own? Absolutely not, because I do not eat potato chips. The moment I'm home, I'm competing with father for the potato.
see, I think we still all do. We go to my mom and dad's, and the first thing we do, walk in the kitchen, you
Yep.
walk right to the cookie jar.
Yep. You just, I'm programmed to eat my dad's barbecue chips.
Yeah, that's what we do, right?
He
All
just
right.
sighs as he walks past.
All right, everybody. Well, think this has
Bye,
been such a
guys.
fun Thursday night, you
If
guys.
you're free on Saturday, come join me for Whip Sprints.
Oh, you
We'll
know
be
what?
on the Northern Knits podcast. It starts at noon Manitoba time, which is 1 o'clock your guys' time.
Okay.
Well, 1 o'clock Louise's time. I'm not sure
Yeah.
where everybody else is.
And
And we're gonna rock some whip sprints.
you know what? If I end up being home, I will join in because that would be good. I could go
It's just
to
some people tune in and they do cleaning sprints, or they're making
oh,
Christmas goodies this time of year, and they're in chat, and we're keeping them company while you do stuff. It's just to keep each other company while we're working on something.
yeah,
Diana
exactly.
and I use it for knitting.
I know. I'm like, you said a cleaning sprint. I'm like, did my face give it away? I'm like, what? I'm like, but really,
Some do.
that actually is a really good idea.
Yep, you
To,
plug your headphones in and you listen to me and Diana chat while you're doing your cleaning. You tell us what you're doing, and inevitably the conversation rolls around to tips to help clean. And we're there to give support and do things in 25-minute increments.
yeah. Well, I really, yeah, that is a great idea.
And a
So,
lovely way to spend the afternoon, really.
well, yeah, why not? Why not? Cleaning has to get done too, sadly.
Yes, tragically, yes.
Yeah, especially this time of year when you're having company over. It's you gotta be
I have
yeah.
company over all the time. The time of year doesn't change. What does change is we're into bath season now, so I need to do that.
Well,
Aha.
All right.
I have successfully done some color charts. Okay, guys, you have a good weekend. I gotta go.
Yes, you got to go get ready. I got to go. Okay. Anyways, now I'm like paranoid looking at the sweater thinking, oh, all right, I'm going to set it down for a little while. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. Everybody's saying good night. Maybe Eric is cleaning. Okay, yeah. Quite possibly. Quite possible. I'll let you know if that happens. Oh my gosh. Okay, everybody. Thanks for joining in. So yeah, catch Jocelyn and Diana Saturday over in the Northern Knits podcast channel if you are around Saturday afternoon. And yes, Cheryl and I will be on the Fiber Friends podcast Saturday morning. So yeah, we'll all be around. If you need some company while you're knitting, you can find us pretty much kind of like every other day. Well, Saturdays, Mondays, Thursdays. Yeah.
We're around.
We are around. So, all right. Well, everybody, happy knitting, happy crafting. Thanks for joining us. And Jocelyn, I'll be back in 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
We'll
see how the sweaters did.
Yep. Sweater reveal.
Yeah.
Good progress, finishes. We'll see where we end up.
I did not say finish, did I? Oh man, I hope I didn't say finish.
I think, didn't we say? Well, I don't know.
I mean, to be honest, it needs to be a finish. I need those needles. Whether or not I get there, yeah.
All right. Well, we will see how far we get in 2 weeks' time. Happy knitting.
Bye, guys.
Good luck on that sweater, Jocelyn.
Hey, listen, I've done another round, so we're getting closer. 3 more to go.
Awesome. Okay. Bye, everybody.